Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on getting the hole cut for the fair lead and also have to notch a little piece of the bumper for the engage disengage lever on the winch. So here I'm just trying to get the winch mounted up and making sure that the bumper isn't going to sag too much or at all, and then I'm going to start working on the lever. So here I knew that I was going to cut just a small section out because I didn't want to mess the bumper up, so I just cut a little bit at a time and ended up making several cuts and grinding, and you guys will see that. It was kind of tedious, but it turned out really nice, so hope you enjoy the video. Update on mounting the winch here. We've got the winch in place, and I've notched out a spot for the engage disengage handle here. Got her sitting pretty good. I think it's pretty close to stock, so you'll saw me doing small little cuts there on the bumper. I didn't want to mess it up too bad, so things looking pretty good. She's sitting flush. I think this is going to work out really nice. Right now, I only have it held in by these two bolts. One there. And had to get a little longer bolts than what came with it because I'm going through 2 1/4-inch pieces of steel here. Just need a little longer bolt. And we'll obviously clean all this up and paint it. Just with some rattle can paint. I'm not going to powder coat or anything like that. Not right now anyway. We might later. But all that's left here is to cut. I believe, I've marked on the back side, but I believe it's going to come, the fair lead hole is going to come here, down and up. Somewhere in there. I've got it marked on the back side. So I'll probably just do another test fit just to be sure I make a good cut the first time. We'll get under here. You can see there's the bottom side of the winch plate, and this will flip just fine. Clears it by, oh, I don't know, probably the width of your fingernail. Might end up clearing it a little more later on after we just look and see here, but you can see it's pretty tight, so I think that'll work though. I shouldn't have to do anything else. I might put a little trim piece of rubber on here or something, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But also I went ahead and cut off all the metal for this Badlands winch. I just cut the rope and then retied this loop here. Yankum Ropes is the video I followed to do that. They have an awesome video and literally walk you through step by step. Very So yeah, this is my first winch on a vehicle, so I'm learning everything. I think this is called a brimble knot or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, Yankum Ropes has got the video to watch, and then they also sell a rope that is already done with this. So anyway, they walk you through it. It's pretty easy. It only took me about 15 minutes my first go round, so pretty awesome. So all right, we're gonna get to work on cutting this fair lead hole, hopefully, and we'll take these out too because my license plate broke off and those are just ugly. So all right, here we go. Alright y'all, I'm going to show you how I am trying to get this bumper level so I can drill the hole for the fair lead mount. I went ahead and took the winch out from underneath, which I have to drop the bumper to do because it's too tight to get it out otherwise. I just took this little metal ruler that I have and I marked the two little green marks on here are where the bumper was when the winch was on, and I liked how it was positioned. So the top mark was actually the passenger side, the bottom mark was the driver's side. So it was off a little bit, but they're just points of reference. So I kind of tried to split it. So you can see there, we're kind of right in the middle. We'll come down to the other side, and we're pretty close there. So I step back and look, it still looks pretty good. I've only got two bumpers holding, or two bolts holding it in. So there's a little tilt to it. That won't make much difference once I get it drilled because the fair lead does cover up a little bit. So got a little bit of room for error in there. So just want to get it as close as possible. So that's how I'm doing it. There's probably better ways to do it, but I am not a engineer or fabricator or anything like that. So we're just making this up as we go, and so far it's working out. So now I'm going to go up from the back side of the winch plate, and you can see I did a test mark where I thought it was going to be. I think it's actually pretty close. But I'll get a different color marker, go in here, just stick it through, mark a hole all the way around, and then start drilling. And probably do the same thing like I did cutting this notch here. Is I'll just start cutting and cut a small little hole out, and then make it bigger and bigger, and keep doing test fits until I get it how I want it, and we'll kind of go from there. A little longer process doing it that way, but seeing as how this is my first time doing this, I'd rather take time and try to make as little mistakes as possible. So there's kind of where the winch is going to sit. So you can see I was hoping I could get the bumper up high enough. Here's your line for the plastic, the black plastic trim piece. These are the little tabs that hold it in. I was hoping to get the bumper up high enough that I could cut just under that, but it's not going to work. There's not enough room, and even without the winch in, you can see I don't have enough room to get up over that plastic piece. So it is what it is. I think it'll still look really good. So we'll get to it. Just want to point out one thing real quick before I start cutting. went ahead and roughed in how much the fair lead is going to cover in theory in red. It's off a little bit, but I was just freehanding it, as you saw. But we have quite a bit of room for error, so even if I That's kind of what she's gonna look like once I get the winch put in there. Got that centered up nicely. I'll have to change out the hardware. The bolts that came with it weren't long enough, so I just wanted to see what it looked like with that fair lead on there, but obviously this is too tight to get a socket or anything in there to tighten that up, so I'll have to go get a different kind of bolt. Probably something similar to like what it came with. I just need these to be probably an inch longer and they'd be fine, so I'll go find something. But anyway, yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. So now that we have that in there, the bumper's got to come back down so I can get the winch up in there, and then the only thing that should be left would be wiring it up. So hopefully that'll be on the next part. But so far it's looking really good. I think it's actually gonna work. So like I said earlier in another video, I haven't seen a winch behind a stock brick nose bumper. So I'm sure someone's done it, but I hadn't been able to find any videos on it or anything like that. So I thought I'd make one. But yeah, so I think it's looking pretty good. Let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all, we finally got her done. I was working on putting together part 2 of the video and realized that all of my footage from the final part of the install got deleted, so that's awesome. But just wanted to show you a quick little clip of the final product here. She's mounted, got the fair lead mounted. Turned out pretty good. I like the way it's sitting. It sits flush. Didn't have to extend out the bumper or anything. It's all stock mounts. So it turned out really nice. And for the wiring underneath, I took the control head off here so it could fit, because obviously you can see it wouldn't clear. And then ordered some welding wire. I think this is 2 gauge, 2 or 4 maybe. And just looped it around along the bottom of the rad support and then up through the lower radiator hose on the frame. Carry you guys up top here. So you can see it comes up through here and kind of gets lost in all this mess. And I mounted the control head onto the passenger inner fender, just with 2 bolts to the bottom. So it was supposed to be temporary, but it's become permanent now. So it works just fine. It's been on about a year now. And then I put on the kill switch that comes with it as well. So all that's pretty straightforward and outlined in the instructions that come with it. So not a big deal that we didn't see that. So that's pretty much the easy part. The hard part was cutting everything, getting everything to fit. But as you can see, it turned out really nice. At least I think so. So, all right guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.